Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to show you guys a brand new box that I received from Minix Group, and it is Neo X8-H, and the H part stands for the Dolby Digital audio. A lot of other boxes did come out earlier and it was missing that section, so they have actually brought it in. That's not the only thing I'm going to unbox today. There is a little remote that they have sent me with this, and it is the Neo M1. Now remember, this remote is not part of this deal. When you're buying this box, it's just by itself. It does have IR remote included, but if you want to get the Neo M1, they are selling that separately. So today we're going to unbox both of these boxes and walk you guys through on the OS and a little bit of review on both of them. So let's just get it open. So the box itself, you can see on the top it says Minix Neo X8 and version H. Remote is called Neo M1. Now I always review the boxes and I'll go through it and I'll show you what type of marking and everything has. I will still do that, but I will put that at the end of the video. So let's just get this open. Alright, so in order to open the box itself, you just have to pick it up. And now we can see that it does come with a little product brochure. We're going to put this aside. It does come with a little user manual. So now in order to take the box out, you can see that it's nicely created. We're going to put this aside for now. We will go more inside. So yeah, this one is a cardboard, but it's nicely cut. You have spent a lot of time on this too. This is the micro USB into USB 2.0 port. Now this one again is the micro USB into USB port. Now we do have the power adapter, which is created for Canada and United States. We're going to get into it in a few seconds. We will hook it up. We have a HDMI wire. It does come with an IR remote and the antenna. The antenna is nicely created. It is a little bit big. So let's just put these aside and let's get into the box itself. Now the other section I was going to cover is the M1 remote. So let's just get it open. So it is open from the top. Now once you take it out, it has a nice plastic. There is a user manual on how you can use it or how you can set it up with all the information on what each button means. We will get into that too in a few seconds. And now the remote itself, you gotta take it out. You can see it is nicely created, and a little dongle in order to hook it up. So we will get into this in a few seconds. First we're going to talk about the box itself. Alright, so looking at the box itself, you can see that it's nicely created. It has nice indents into it, so this is just a cutout inside, and that way it looks really nice and slick. Now if you flip it on the side, there is a little plastic in the bottom. We're going to take that out. So the way that is created, this is the name. If you bring it up this way, nothing on this side. So if we go on one side and we have to zoom in, there you go. So it has the power button, and then we have the headset port, we have the mic port, we have one USB 2.0 port in the front, and then we have the SD card slot so that way you can put more memory into it. If you have pictures or anything, you can read it right here. And then we have the micro USB connector in the front. So if we flip it on the other side, you can see we have the recovery button, we have the HDMI, we have optical audio, and then we have two more USB 2.0 port, and then we have the Ethernet cable connection. Also we have the power. So if we flip it on the other side, now this is where we're going to connect the antenna. So the antenna itself is pretty big, but in order to connect it, you just have to flip. We just have to roll it a few times in order to connect it, and then it's pretty nice and slick. So once it's connected, that's it. So we're going to next to the remote. So here's the default remote that comes with it. You can see from the top that we have the menu button, we have the home and the power. We do have nice looking navigation, so you can go right, left, top and bottom, and the OK button. If you go down a little bit, we have the volume up and volume down, and also the return button. If you go down, it does indicate this is from Minix. So if you go all the way in the bottom, there's nothing here, and if you go all the way to the side on the top, this is where the IR going to control it. So if you go down a little bit, this is where we're going to open and put two AAA batteries in order to use this, and no batteries does not come in the box, so you have to get this separately. So this is the default remote. So this is the M1 remote. Now this one does not come included in the box. You gotta buy this separately. It does come with a little dongle, and it is pretty nice remote. So let's just get from the top and show you what's included. So from the top, this is the power button. If you hold it one time, it goes to sleep. If you hold it for a longer time, it will just shut off the whole box itself. In the menu button itself, if you hold it for a few seconds, it will get rid of the status bar from the bottom. This button will get rid of the fly mode, which means is the arrow that you're trying to maneuver. This will make it an IR remote if you press it one time. And then we have the navigation button. Now we have the side to side, top and bottom. The top one has not been put on because we can use it for multi-purposes. We have the OK button in the middle, and then if you go down, this one is the home and also return button at the same time. If you press this once, it will return. If you hold it for a few seconds, it will go home. Now this one is the pause and the play button. We have the volume control is in the middle, so you can put it on the mute button or you can just turn it back on. We have the plus, which is taking the volume up and the volume down. If you go down more, it has nice looking indication, and it's a cutout, says Minix. If you go on the bottom, this is the mandatory part. Most of the time, a lot of people are asking why my remote doesn't work. There is a little on and off button, so you can just click this way. This is going to be turned on. If it's near to the charger itself, that means it is turned off. And now this one is the charger, so you do not have to buy any kind of AAA battery in order to put this back on. So if you go all the way on the top, nothing here. If you go on the top, there is the IR indicator, so you can use it. And if you go on the other side, nothing here. If you go on the back, it has the little parts like that way you can stand out. This is where you can put your thumb, so you know that this is the top parts. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see that the longer part is going towards the bottom and the shorter part is on the top. So if it's at night and you're holding it and you don't know which part is up or down, you can put your finger here and then you can see it that this is top and this is down, so you can use it and maneuver. So we will be putting this in action in a few seconds, so let's just go next. Alright, so now let's just get this connected. So in order to connect it, first we have to hook up the HDMI wire first, and then we will connect the power. Now make sure that your antenna is hooked up, and then make sure the HDMI connector is hooked up, and then the power. And then we will connect the dongle for the M1 remote. And once it comes on, this is the first screen you're going to see. So it will say Minix. It has a nice looking little logo in the front with HDMI powered in the bottom right hand side. And that's pretty nice. Again, it has a nice looking little animated logo, so it just goes dim and comes back on. Looks like neon. And there you go. This is the first screen that goes in. I have to let you guys know this is my first Minix box. So once it comes in, my first impression is wow. It's nicely created. You can see the background is nicely done from the top to the bottom. It has nice fade to it. From one side, corner to corner is really black, and it just goes inside and it's nicely created. The theme is very smooth. So I am going to use the M1 remote in order to just go next. So yes, as soon as you click on something, this is what will happen, is just gives you a pop-up. Alright, from the top you can see there is the Wi-Fi. If it was wired, this part will be turned on, and if the Bluetooth is on, this will be lit. So right now these two are turned off, and then when we go in, you can see that we have the movie play button, so that way when you click on it, you can add more than one of the logos. So right now this is the 4K player. This box is unable to play 4K really smooth since the GPU is octa-core. Now this little button on the top, you can click on it and you can add other apps to it, something along the line of, we have the MX player. So if you click on it, it says confirm to add. You have to confirm, and there you go. Now it's added to this folder. Each of these are folders. Alright, so next one is the XBMC. Now it comes pre-installed with the Minix version of the XP80p video that when we have, and we select it, takes a couple of seconds. You can see how fast it will go through and it will show you the screen. So this is the 1080p version of the video, the one we have. So you can see how smooth it is that it is playing. This is 1080p. Remember, this box can play 4K. So you clear, we have the video game folder, so you can add your games to it. Also we have the browsers, we have the movie players again, we have the part so you can mirror your tablet devices or phones, doesn't matter if it's an Android or if it's Apple devices. Not only mirror, but now you can also AirPlay. The next part is your communication, so that means if you have Skype or you have Google Talk, you can put it in this. And then we have the setup button. So if you click on it, it will take you directly into it. This is nicely created. Again, remember that the Wi-Fi on this is dual band, so that means it will work faster if you are trying to stream a video or you want to play your video games. Now you're not going to get stuck or get lag while you're playing your video games. So I would suggest that you connect it on your dual part of it. If you connect it via Ethernet, then this will be check marked. The second part on the top, it says is display. So this is where you're going to get the default detection. I would suggest that you turn it off. Then this way you can select and you can set up. If you want to go from 480i, you can go up to, there you go, 4K. So there is 24 Hertz, 25 Hertz, 30 Hertz, or you're going to SMPTE. So you can set it up. So we will just get out of this too. And then we can see right now that the high taskbar is on, which we needed. Also, if you want to position your display, so you can click on it and then you can press down so it can zoom out, or you can just zoom in by pressing the top button. So this way you can get it full screen. The next part is the advanced section. So we will just get out of this. Now at the bottom part of it, for the screensaver to turn on, you can set it up. I would suggest put it on never. When you go to advanced, you can see the Miracast part of it right now is not selected, but if you click on it, you can go to it and it will detect and it will try to find the devices that are nearby for you. The next part is the remote control. Right now it's turned off. We will go under others. Now you can see the model number is Neo X8-H, and then the next part, the latest version of the OS that is on it is the KitKat 4.4.2, which is the latest one right now, and also the build number is there, and also the kernel number is in the bottom. So if you want to update your box, if there is one available, which in the future I will be showing you guys how you can update this box, but you can just click here, and once you have it on USB, you can hook it up, and this is where you're going to wipe the data or the media or everything, and then click on update, and then it will update it for you. So if there is one available right now, it's checking and there's no update right now, but if there is one, it will update it for you. So if you want to go under more settings, it will take you to regular settings for the Android. So you can go here and you can set it up. One thing that I want to let you guys know that you want to set up is the mouse. So for the mouse, you need to go under language input, and if you scroll all the way in the bottom, it says pointer speed. Now it depends of where you want to select it. A lot of people are liking it to go in the slowest point possible, so you can see right now how slow it is, but I don't really like that, so I want to put it around here, and you can see it's really nice and fast so that we can use it. And a lot of people goes really fast, and that's not really good. So once it's set up, you just have to press escape and it will get out of this place. And now we will go back out so we can give you more introduction. So you can see the time and everything on the top. Then we have the file explorer. So if you want to install something from your USB, or you want to see something inside of your dongle that you hook it up to this box, this is where you go to take a look. And this part, it says all apps. So if you click on it, this is what you're going to get. So it's nicely laid out. It's small buttons, but again, gives you a lot more buttons. And you can see that it's nicely created. So it looks really nice and clean with nice background on the back, and everything is here that you need. These are the default apps that comes with it. Let's go into Antutu. Now it's just loading it. Remember when we did this test, it was on 1080p. So we got 21,579 out of this. So if we go under detail, it will indicate to us from the top that the multitasking was under 4,000 and the runtime was about 1,700 itself. RAM itself is sitting right now under 1173. Operation was about 2,000, and if we go down, the RAM speed was about 1,200. And if you go down a little more, the CPU itself was running on 2,500, and then the CPU float point was about 1,900. But let's just get out of this. The next thing we're going to launch is the CPU Z. Now under CPU Z, this information is pretty accurate, so I really like to go here and then talk about the box itself. The box is ARM Cortex A9. It is running on 2 GHz. You can see right now the cores are 4, revision is R4. The clock speed, you can see that all of them, the 4 core on the speed itself is running nice and smooth, and they are running about 480 to 500 megahertz per second right now. And also you can see the CPU load is about give and take 16 to 19%. The GPU itself is ARM. You can see that they are running on Mali 450, and if you go down, if you click on system itself, gives you more info of what type of box it is. So you can see on the top the model name is Neo X8-H, and you can see the manufacturer is Minix, and also the board is Neo X8. The display is right there. You do see that more informations are on at the bottom part of it itself of what is included, screen density itself it is, and how it is set up right now, and if it is rooted or not. We will go into it right now. It does say that the root access is yes, since this ROM that we loaded on it is not enabled to show you the root access. When we get to it, it will say no, but right now you can see that the root access is yes. So if you go under sensors, so let's just get out of this too. We will go into root checker. Now this is where the truth comes on. Remember that this box is rooted, but since we have loaded the 4.4.2, it will verify that this does not have root access. But remember, there is another ROM that Minix came out. We will be loading that in a future, and we will be showing you that this do have root access. Alright, so the next thing we're going to launch is the link pack. So let's just get into it and launch it. So let's just click on it and launch it. Once it comes up, this is a really cool app. So in order to use it, you just have to go on the top 3%. But if we go into multi-thread and click on it, you should get really high numbers. There you go, it just jumped to 179. And if we click on it again, let's see how higher it will go. 207. We will click one more time to see how fast it will go, and now it says 218. Usually we don't get that high on the other boxes, so this is really good. Now this launcher is really nice since it is created by the Minix group itself. I really like it. It is very nice and smooth. This is the Metro launcher. They have some little cool things about this. You can see the app market is right here, so you can click on it and then it takes you in, and this is the best part, which it says all task killer. So you can click on it. Anything in the background that you have will be closed. That's the best part. Only thing that if you want to change the theme, you can by going into market, downloading a brand new one, hold the home button for a few seconds and it will change. We will do that in a future video, but today we came in to show you guys all this, how it is done. Now if you want to add more apps on this, you just have to click on this plus button and the apps will show up. And again, right now I am using the M1 remote, and we will be just showing you on the screen of how this works. We will have other videos for the M1 on how you can use it, what you can do more, and everything. But for the meantime, we came out to do an unboxing of Minix Neo X8-H, which made the Adobe Digital working on this box, and also the little unboxing of the Minix Neo M1 remote. Also a little bit in depth going through and showing you guys the screens and also review of this box. So I hope you guys like my video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is x8x.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Vine, and other social networking places. And thank you. So you can see the box itself has a nice looking writing on the top, and if you go a little bit up, you can see that this part is nice and shiny. The way that it's created says Minix. They have spent a lot of time on creating this box. You can see that. And if you go on the bottom part, or on the side bottom, you can see it is for Ultra 4K and the Minix version of the XPMC. It does run on 4.4, which is KitKat Android OS. It does come with dual band Wi-Fi N version, and also it has the QuadeCore CPU, and this one is the 8-core, which is octa-core GPU. Comes with a 2 GB of internal RAM, DDR3 RAM, and it comes with an internal 16 GB of MMC inside memory. If you go to the other side, it does have all the barcodes that what you need if you have it in store, so you can set it up that way. You can just scan it and sell it. Also have a little shiny logo here that is indicating that this is for Minix original box. If you go to the other side, it indicates what type of products is come inside of the box. So you can see the box itself, the little IR remote that comes with it, antenna, so you can hook it up and get wider range of the Wi-Fi connectivity. Also comes with the 5V 3A power adapter. Also comes with a HDMI cable, micro USB cable, so you can load your software on it, and also OTG cable, which is going to be used. And on the other side also you can see that it's nicely created. It says Minix, and it does say next generation computing, and also have the Facebook location, so you can go and you can also find them and you can like their Facebook. So please do that. And it has a little indicator, so you can just scan it through your phone, directly from this video and go next. So if you go on the bottom, it has nice looking indications. I will take a picture of this and I will put it on our website. What indications are here. So I'm not going to talk about this part. Once we open the box itself, you're going to see what is included.